I will post a quick video. I'm in the process of getting the Zombieverter VCU to run Axiom, and yes, I have a big mess of wires. I'm just trying to sort out how everything's gonna work. Oh, I got some heat in there too. I can hear the PWM in Axiom right now. For whatever reason, it wants to try and hold the motor with IGBTs, and I gotta remember what the trick is. There's a setting in VESC, I think, to stop that. If we go here, come on. I can't remember, but there is a setting in here somewhere. I think it helps with that part. But anyways, I need to figure that out. But anyways, try and get back on track here. It's just spinning the open diff right now. It's not actually turning the motor. The motor's kind of locked by the Axiom PWM. So I've got some stuff working. I've got some communication with. I've made big progress actually this week, and I'm super excited about that. I've got all the way to where I have there we are, the web interface working, and with an experimental version that runs basically VESC controllers to work with Axiom. I don't have everything set up, but I have a bunch of stuff. I have I basically have an ISA shunt, Axiom communicating, so it's telling like even the inverter voltage. There's a decent amount of stuff happening, so that's exciting. There's a lot of parameters we can set in here. It's really good. I've set got pre-charge controlled by the Zombie VCU, doing really good. And I even set up the Wi-Fi to log into my house Wi-Fi. So now I'm actually still logged into Wi-Fi on my computer, but I can access this through the inverter local, which is pretty handy. I've got the throttle, dual throttle signals. So there's 2 pots in the parameters here. Let's see, pot 1 and pot 2. So basically got dual channel pot mode right there, and spot values, we can look at them. They're usually just over 400 and something digits, so they're both working. This reads a little bit high, I've noticed, but that's not a big deal. If you look down there, you can see it's 14. Actually, it says 14.7, and it actually says 14.62 there, so it's actually pretty close. It used to read high. I don't know, that got updated, I guess. Lots of stuff going on, so this is exciting. I'm still sorting some things out. So one of the problems I have right now, and I'm just using a snow brush to try the throttle. I have 2 things going on. So just a little bit of throttle, it turns the wheels, and then if I let go, it revs up on its own in reverse sometimes. But then sometimes it stops and goes forward again. So, and I don't know what the cause of that is yet, if it's a setting here in Axiom, and or if it's a setting in the or it's code stuff or whatever. But it could be a lot of things, so we can see if we can get that to happening. And sometimes it goes a bit, so there, I'm not even touching the throttle, it's revving up on its own and forward, and then sometimes it'll stop and go reverse. I'm not touching the throttle, so this is kind of scary stuff. But I have the power turned down, so hopefully it stops eventually. If it doesn't, I'll shut the key off, but I'm trying to avoid that. Yeah, there, it stopped eventually. So you can see sometimes it does that back and forth. And yeah, like I said, I got the throttle power limit set down quite a bit and everything. It's up on jack stands, make sure there's nothing under the wheels. I'm also not currently communicating from the front Axiom to the rear, and I got to figure out if I can add that somehow, do CAN forwarding. Actually, that might be something I can look in here, because there is a way to do CAN forwarding. I have to use Current control. I do remember there was a way to CAN forward. You can communicate to the first one over CAN and then it can bounce. I think we've done that before. I'm pretty sure I used another little VESC controller to communicate with one of these. Anyways, making good progress. Lots of messy wires and things to sort out. Just trying to get some of the basic features working, and then I'll start cleaning up the wiring, make it even better. But it's exciting stuff either way. And stay tuned, hoping to get a bunch more stuff happening here. Starting to get some other things under control in my life where I can actually put some real time into this car. So stay tuned. Hopefully I'll get some good stuff coming. Oh, and by the way, I got my racing slicks for the track. And I have rims ordered to go with them, 17-inch rims, 9.5-inch wide on the front, 10.5-inch wide on the rear, 5 spokes. They're going to be pretty sweet. Anyways, stay tuned.